Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone doing? Knox is not in here right now. It's actually exactly dinner time. How is everyone doing? What is going on? I just restarted the music. So, what's new with me? Still wearing the arm brace for the tennis elbow. Just got back from San Antonio recently, and about less than an hour ago, well, about a little over an hour ago, got into a car accident, so that's good. Let's go, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon got the, he won the primary by default because Tony backed out. But, yeah. Good making your elbows. Hey, I'm a lefty, homie. Left is fine. Yeah, I'm okay. The wife and I were in the car. I don't know who was at fault with the whole thing, because, like, right lane was ending. Individual was in the right lane. I was in the left lane. There was a line of cars. Like, I'd been there for, like, 3 or 4 lights. Dude tries jumping all the way to the front, and car in front of me didn't let him in. I wasn't going to let him in either. And he came over, and we collided. And at first, I was really pissed off. But you know what, man? A car's replaceable. He's okay. I'm okay. My wife's okay. Like, that's whatever, you know? So we'll let the insurance company handle it, so... Submarines once, submarines twice. But yeah. Was the chair driving? No, the chair was not driving. The submarine has not been named yet, presumably for OPSEC reasons, but man, the crew must be hyped. Yeah, so this is the thing. When I made the video, I went with our most aggressive platform, which is the Seawolf. We only have 3 of those. I think the statistic probability of that actually being what happened is pretty low, but I was like, we're going to go for broke. Now I'm hearing that it was either a Virginia or LA class. I don't know. I'm not really sure. So we don't care about you as long as the missus is okay. Yes, the missus is fine. She's okay. But yeah, you should hook up with the Mover and Gonky show. Yes. What's his name? Weapons told me that they were actually talking about, like, me and some of the things that I was bringing up. So, I'm not opposed to it. I don't know the guys. I'm willing to give it a shot. I gotta check out what they're about. It's just lately I've been so damn busy. Sadly, can't stick around tonight. Thank you for what you do, though. I may not be military, but it helped me save me from my own enemies. You know what, Sarah Beamer? I think I'm saying that right. I'm glad you're still here. Like, dead serious. So, let me see. So wait, you got an intercept before the kid? I guess I did. I don't know, maybe there's a cop in here. I don't know who's legally at fault there, but I called the police. And they're like, is there any fluids leaking? I said, no. They're like, is there anyone injured? No. They're like, is there any broken glass or deployed airbags? I said, no. And they're like, okay, just get his information. So I did. He was kind of a younger guy, in his 20s. You know, when it first happened, I was royally pissed off. I'm going to be totally honest with you. But, after a while, honestly, like, we ended up, like, hugging at the end. I was like, you know what? I'm glad you're okay. He's like, I'm glad you're okay. We were both just in a rush. Shit happens. So he seemed like a good kid. I say kid, but he was in his 20s. I can't stay long right now, but I need you to check Scuttlebutt and tell me what that's about. It's the screenshots from HLC's chair. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. What happened in Scuttlebutt? I'll open it. I haven't checked it in a little while. Let me take a look here. What base were you at when you, somebody said something Fort Sill. I wasn't able to read it, so hold on. I know, we're doing really good. These last 2 videos, like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to put Americans in harm's way, but it is doing wonderfully for my viewership right now. Like, I call a spade, you know? Let me check Scuttlebutt. Looks like a couple of the mods might be in the mod chat. I'm obviously going to avoid that because they're both fucking goobers. Just kidding, guys. I gotta find Scuttlebutt. God damn, I have too many chats in here. Where in the hell is Scuttlebutt? There it is. The F-22 trying to get released? Is that what we're talking about? Or screenshots? I'm trying to look for screenshots. I don't see any. Let me see. Gamer Valine posting a helmet in there. I dig it. I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking for. I give whoever is telling me to look for stuff to ping me in there and tell me what I'm looking at. Killjoy, an air defense paratrooper. Why in the hell would you do that? You know, dropping radars out of planes is like a really dumb idea, right? They tried it once and it just fell to pieces. You see me watching? Yeah, I'm watching. Let me see. Let me scroll down here a little bit. How's life in Canada's lawn chair? I mean, it might be, but right now we're stacking them up in Canada. Canada just can't find their nuts. I love saying that because Wolfram's in here. I love you, Wolfram. Do you plan on covering the shoot down of the 2 Su-24s heading for Qatar? It was an F-15. That's still preliminary. When that came out, I had just recorded my last video. So yeah, I'm going to cover that. And now it looks like I wasn't able to watch it. Guys have been so busy today. Got another HLC's classroom video done for you. We're actually going to break down some videos that I was able to find on the interwebs that people are pushing. There's some good footage. There's some bad footage. Took care of some other stuff. Yeah, it's just been busy. But yes, that is on the list. And then the F-15s that were allegedly shot down by the F-18. So CENTCOM is still saying it was air defense systems. Now, that could still be correct because an F-18 in Kuwait could be considered DCA or defensive counter air. But when I hear air defense system, I hear air defense system. And CENTCOM has not retracted that statement. So it was all hearsay until we saw the video. And right now we see one plane falling and another one flying by. I didn't look at it like frame by frame, which is what I really need to do to get positive identification. 54 inches. Is this chair 54 inches? I'm 73 inches tall. So 54, that's what, 5? Is that 5'4"? No. Because 5 foot is 60 inches. And 6 foot, 72? Oh, man, I don't math in public. Click to see attachment. Oh, okay. I was inebriated when I said that, so that's fair. That's entirely bro, I was stoned. Y'all gotta understand, I did come from the ghetto. Hey HLC, how to Patriot?
Would you intercept me?
Real men have small dogs. How you doing, buddy?
Me.
I cried the happiest, most manly tears ever watching the newest video. Finally, the lady, the XB70 is in the HLCU. I kept pestering you and now she's here. Now that you are compliant, ha ha ha, kidding my dude. Bravo Zulu.
So Weapons and I, the Hornet, the frame with the splash, Medine. All right, I'll have to take a look, Weapons. I'm sorry, man. Been busy. Yeah, I was say hi to Ethan. I was not there. So how to Patriot with some shots versus Iran. So the long and short of it is no system is perfect. Things get through. This is due in part to system flaws. Nothing is perfect, right? And I challenge anyone. I genuinely, if I have ever said that Patriot is perfect, please call me out because I'm 100% positive I never have. So system is not perfect. Missiles do a lot of crazy shit. Some of them are supposed to do that shit, and other times missiles just go all fucky. And luckily gravity is on their side, so they still hit the ground. But sometimes missiles, they break apart wrong. They have fins rip off. Sometimes fins get stuck. Sometimes there's moisture in the stuff, and they gyrate, they flip, they spin, they do all kinds of different stuff on the way in, and they're much harder to hit. So that is a very real possibility. Have I researched American Wizard yet? I think I saw a clip from it. I haven't. I'm so sorry. Did I hear the Supreme Court ruled that AI can't be copyrighted? Really? I did not know. I did not see that. I had not seen that. Last I saw, the Supreme Court shot down some of the tariffs and stuff, which, I mean, is kind of a good and a bad thing. It really depends on how you look at it. Historically, tariffs have not done really good for us, and the reason why they haven't done good for us is because every time we had implemented a tariff, so did the other countries. And then we were like, okay, we'll just leave it as is. But with the man in charge, he's kind of like, oh, you want to tariff me? Well, now you're at some astronomical number, 200% or something like that, which is, it's a dangerous game to play. Yeah, just like us getting involved in Iran is a very dangerous game to play. More Franklin? I will laugh if the P8 has some sub hits. I'm going to be so stoked. The P8 program is not one of the more expensive aviation programs. It's one of those things. Like, why? Just why? Like, why did we need that air platform? Why did we need a fucking jumbo jet, circumstantially, to hunt surface and submarine vessels? It's just, I hope it does. I really do. Shalami Mahomie. Okay, sorry, I had to read that. HLC really enjoyed Kind of Consensual. Keep high, Ethan. And did I see Warrior Shaman dropped his F4U song video today? I did not. I got to check that out. I did listen to, I was on a trip. I was driving somewhere and I listened to his about Franklin. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. Let's give it up for our congressman. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And it was like clockwork. It was really, it's insane. Tony dropped out and immediately, pro-democratic individuals, pro-democrat, not democratic, but pro-democrat individuals immediately started calling Brandon a 1930s and early 40s, German guy, almost a Jewish guy. You know what I'm getting at? Dude, why are there some B2 in Lajes? And bro, I have no idea. They move stuff where they move stuff. The F-15, yeah, the Su-24s, I heard about that. I haven't dug into it yet. Sorry. If MacArthur didn't push, the Yalu River and China didn't send in their troops, where do you think the Korean War would have gone, and how do you think the Cold War would have played out after that? I think the Korean War would have stopped right there because we wouldn't have gotten China involved. Cold War would have been exactly the same. 100% exactly the same. But we wouldn't be dealing with Kim Jong-un right now. Or is it Kim Jong-un? Yeah, it's Kim Jong-un now. Sorry, Kim Jong-il was when I was a kid. Kim Il-sung was his grandfather. Yeah. You have no idea how happy I am that the towel-bearded lady is gone. Down with the Tola. Can I get a hell yeah? On Big HLC Crip, we back, homie. They ain't got nothing on us. Rondo. Are you the Iranian American guy? Like, honestly, I'm kind of let down by the Ayatollah. I really was let down. Dude talked mad shit for I think he took power in 80s or early 90s. So 30 years. Dude gets bodied on day one. And then his temporary replacement gets bodied within 24 hours. And I think they've picked a third one now, but they're like, we're not going to tell you who it is, which I think is their plan. We're not going to tell you who it is. And then we're going to go, okay, then all of them are a target. Ta-da. Is there anyone, honest question, is there anyone in chat right now? Real question. Is there anyone in chat who thinks that, because I want to understand differing opinions, right? That the sinking of that Iranian frigate with the torpedo was against international law or illegal or a war crime or unsanctioned, anything like that. Because I want to have that conversation. I really do. I'm curious. I'm more than anything, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. To me, it seems very clear cut. I'm just wondering, I'm not going to hate on you if you're in chat and you're like, no, I didn't think that was a good kill. Let's talk about it. The sinking is not a crime. Nope. Everyone's like, nope. Yeah. I mean, that's the way I see it. It was in international waters. It is a flagged war vessel, whether it was armed or unarmed, still a target. Son is 101st. He's 88 in an air assault unit. SHORAD. He's SHORAD all day. No idea how that works, but he's having the time of his life. He's short range air defense. He's a stinger monkey. I don't know if that's a real term. That's what I used to call them. But yeah, the guys who ruck in and carry all their shit. One and the same with the cartel fish, but only against what people think international law, which apparently we're doing a terrorist. Yeah, I just... If PvP wasn't able to, I like that. I might use that. Ask a Jag, can I get a FFE? What is an FFE? Maybe. Why would it be a war crime? So their logic, and here's the thing. I've studied enough and I've spent enough time in the Middle East. There's a process. First, you beat your chest and project nothing but strength. Step 2, you say that whoever is kicking your ass is breaking the rules. Okay? Step 3, you run away. But I don't know if Iran has anywhere to run. Maybe Afghanistan? I don't know, because they're kind of beefing with Pakistan, and maybe the Iranians will be like some of the loyalists will be like, hey, we'll help you fight Pakistan. Just get us out of here because America's bodying our shit. I don't know. It's just kind of the process they work. And they're saying that it was unarmed, which, if there's anyone in the Navy, have you ever heard of a naval warship traversing the ocean in international waters unarmed? Like, that just seems so foreign to me. Like a soldier in basic training leaving their rifle somewhere. It's just such a foreign concept to me. Had to pause the feed to untwist the headset cord, was pulling my new box off the desk. I could see the Iranian. Yeah, they might go to Russia. That might be a good thing for them. Never in your 9 years, former Navy, they were armed. That's the thing. Like, I mean, it's hard to tell. Like, they still had the tubes for the anti-ship missiles on there. It's hard to tell if they were packed or not. I mean, you can't really tell. I really wish there would have been a secondary on board the ship. And they might release more footage that actually shows the secondary. Hell, cargo ships were legal targets in World War II. Exactly. Where's my CAC at? It's in my pocket. I mean, I don't really have a common access card anymore. I still have my veteran ID. I just saw it the other day. Yeah, I still got it. I still got my retirement ID. Love your content, dude. Always get a huge laugh out of it. Thank you so much, my dude. That's literally your name. Oh my gosh, it did that thing again. 100% nope. Yep, I got that. Everyone's saying no. I'm not seeing anyone that said otherwise, and it's okay if you have that opinion. I want to create that dialogue. I want to create that crosstalk. Like, why do you feel this way? War in general has never been about the moral high ground. For some reason, people don't study war like they used to, and they thought it was like it's like good guys versus bad guys and Captain America, and we're fighting fascism. It really isn't. It's a difference in ideologies that come to blows, and it comes down to you need to kill more of them than they do of you until you either force capitulation or annihilation. Like, that's textbook. That's war. It's because they're retarded HLC. This epic. I'm so glad I finally caught a stream. Well, I'm glad you caught a stream too. Didn't Japanese shoot life rafts in World War II? Yeah, but I wouldn't really use them as like a moral compass in war. Politicians are shitty too. Aussies were on the sub. I know. I didn't find out about that fact until after I recorded the video. I should have had Australians losing their shit. I think that was great. Let me see. There's just... Did the kids get to eat? He did not. The nerd did. Who's claiming it was a war crime? Twitter. But I will say X/Twitter or whatever is like a cesspool of... And I would say probably 80% of what comes across my feed is strictly a propaganda. Like, they're very good at it. S-tier propaganda. It's so good. Come on, HLC. Chances of us think like that is 0. Hi, is that North Dakota? Valid target. Yep. I build nuclear subs, and it's pretty sick seeing our hard work getting it done. Don't get me wrong. I understand Uncle Sam be building shit, right? But every time there's an action that requires the U.S. military, I get to learn about something new that I'm like, why do we have that ability? Like, when I was like, because I saw the initial explosion from the Mark 48, which it's like a 1,500-ton ship we threw like a frisbee. Like, dude, fuck that, first of all, okay? But secondly, and then I saw, like, what I thought was a secondary, and the Navy guys were in the comment section were explaining to me that's like, no, that's the cavity that it opens up closing and creating another blast. So then I went down the rabbit hole and learned about the Mark 48. And don't crucify me, Navy guys. That's just what I was able to read about it, right? Like, that's just what we do. Turns out we be building shit. Yeah, dude, that's insane. Like, I'm looking at that Mark 48, and I mean, it's a gnarly torpedo. And okay, so it was a 1,500-ton vessel. The Ford class is around 100,000 tons. Do you think you could break the keel of a carrier with like 2 of those? I mean, that thing hit hard. And if you break the keel, I mean, seal everything as much as you want. You're not going to be able to do anything about it. Eventually, you're going to go down if it breaks you in half. Think of it as active God weapon system. I didn't know we had a non-nuclear active God weapon system, okay? You did a nice job explaining the physics. Good. I tried to make it easy to digest. Like that's the thing. I was reading a lot of, and I got some firsthand accounts from like other creators who have talked about it. And I looked into it a little bit, and it's gave the Iranian frigate a Brazilian butt lift. That's great. My friend is an air defender in the theater of operation. Won't lie. When he confirmed that he was alive and well, I got kind of emotional. I got friends over there too, man. One of my buddies, I wasn't able to get a hold of him, but I got a hold of his wife, and I was like, look, he's probably busy. Have you heard anything or anything like that? And she has been giving me regular updates. He's good. He's good. I've checked in with him. He's good. And I'm like, good. That's the best thing you can do, is that if you have family over there or friends over there, find one point of contact, because they're not going to have time to text, 30 people a night. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Find one point of contact and everyone go through them. I think it's the easiest thing to do. A buddy of mine pointed this out, and I quote, "The Navy gets their first torpedo kill since World War II. Somebody getting fucking pregnant on or before shore leave." Bro, I can't imagine what it sounded like inside of that submarine. Like, if anyone had any sonars active in that area, they probably heard, I don't know how many are inside one of those subs, 100 guys, 80 guys, just losing their absolute minds. It's just, small vessels are the 5,000 to 20,000 ton range. Oh, it's so good. Ukraine threatening Hungary is mad. I don't know what's up with that whole thing. I heard that like some Ukrainian individuals did something in Hungary, but it was overshadowed by this whole Iran thing. So I didn't look into it a whole bunch. Apparently the sub had Aussies. Yep. I heard about the Aussies. We should have the use the USS Texas. So crime against funny. I love it. I love it. Oh my God. Kristen Kennedy. Holy cow. I got my regular chat just scrolling on this side, so I'm trying not to miss anything, and then I'm going through it one by one here and trying to...
I'd intercept me.
Congratulations, Brandon, on 23rd District. I have kids and G-babies in that theater.
You have... Wait, hold on. Have kids and grandbabies in that theater? Like, in the theater... When you say theater, my brain goes combat theater. Kristen, God forbid, obviously... all of our troops out there, I want them safe and taken care of. But District 23 has a rare opportunity. Like I genuinely believe this. Like, this is the thing. And Brandon and I have had these conversations. I don't agree with everything he says, and he doesn't agree with everything I say. But that's the beauty of this country. We can have those disagreements, but he's going to vote based off of his morals and values, and he's going to try and push things based off of his morals and values. And I do genuinely believe that his moral compass is far greater than Tony's was. You're an Iranian American fan here. Although I don't know if my family's okay or not, don't stop. Need to clean this up. All of them who did this need to go. Absolutely. Honestly, I got to be totally transparent with you. How do I word this? It's a huge gamble for the U.S., right? It's easy to say that the Iranians want their country back. It's easy to, I say easy to protest, but you guys are getting mowed down. Well, not you, but your family, mowed down by belt-fed machine guns. But it's a whole different thing to take up arms and try and take your country back. So that's a huge gamble. And maybe the CIA, I'm assuming the CIA knows more than I do, as well as Mossad. I hope Iran takes their country back. I really do. Because that would screw up everything for our adversaries across the world. Downside is it's also kind of screwing Japan right now, who imports like 100% of their oil. So a little bit of a problem there. Other than that, I'm here for it. A Polish American in the Boeing 737 wing QA. I've just got a lot of I've just got a lot of research on these things. So glad he's gone. Throwing money at HLC like he's in Vegas on a Polish celebration. All right, let's do this, boys. I'm just kidding. No one wants to see that. Okay, so everyone's agreeing that like naval ships are always armed. My brother was in the Navy for 22 years, and never once did he say, he was on a carrier most of the time. He wasn't like, yep, all of our jets don't have rockets and missiles, and we have no fuel for the jets, and we're just going to leave the jets behind. Let's take this $13 billion thing and just sail it. To me, that's so dumb. That is really dumb. Yes, it was wrong. The weak. War is hell. Who's it? Was it Sherman? I've said this quote before. I think it was General Sherman that said, like, war is awful. and the more awful it is, the faster it's over. I'm paraphrasing, but I think that was Sherman. If the U.S. declared war, legal, if not likely, no. Wait, legal, if not likely, no. So I will say, no, and this is okay. YouTube The Legacy, I think it's YouTube The Legacy or YT The Legacy. Things changed a lot in 2001. In 2001, when they attacked New York, the Taliban or whoever did, right? The Saudi Arabian fucking kid who started Al-Qaeda, had friends in Iran who were helping out with everything, was hiding in Afghanistan, the Mujahideen was protected. It's all just it's a network of bullshit over there, okay? They kind of shifted the balance of power to the president a little bit, or a lot of it, and gave him a lot more ability to exercise, how do I word this? Expedient military force. Now this is a two-sided sword, right? Double-sided sword. On the one hand, a president who is logical, methodical, and having the best interest of the individuals in the country in mind, whether you believe President Trump does or doesn't, having those powers to act expeditiously is important. Now on the flip side, I always believe absolute power corrupts. I think that level heads always prevail with a lot of those situations. And the downside and the drawback is I feel like we have so many sympathizers in Congress and the Senate that aside from not declaring war in the last 80 years, they can't agree on anything. And I don't think that they would ever in Congress agree together bipartisanly to attack anyone unless we were attacked. Which, it's easy to look at this situation and say, we're going over there. Why are we going over there? Why are we attacking them? But if you look, like it was briefed to me a couple years ago, there's been like several hundred planned terrorist attacks in the United States that were thwarted by like how expeditiously we attack these situations. So you never hear about the planes that land, right? I'm assuming everyone here has heard that. You never hear about the planes that land. It's always the ones that don't land. So if we act, we're wrong. If we don't act, Americans can potentially die. Now, I'm not saying Iran was a direct threat to the United States. However, they were a direct threat to our adversaries, and we're seeing that now. They're flailing in all directions. They're throwing everything they possibly have. Now, there are several countries that straight up said America will not use our bases. To me, on a tactical perspective, it would give them more of a base to stand on had they not randomly attacked those countries. But now that they did, it makes them look a whole lot worse. Like, I would be totally on the side of people saying it was illegal had we attacked their ship in port in Sri Lanka. I'd be like, that was too close for comfort. I mean, I'm relatively confident we would have been able to sink it with very little collateral damage, but the point still stands. They were in Sri Lankan waters. They were in Indian waters. Like that is their territory. We shouldn't be violating that. I totally agree. But that's kind of like my thought process on it, if that makes sense. F-22 is getting a luxury holiday in Wanaka, New Zealand. I didn't even know there was a place in New Zealand called Wanaka for the first ever visit this Easter. Can't wait to see one in person. Love the videos. Thank you so much. T. Magibo? I don't know how to say that. What's my take on Ukraine sending interceptor drones to the Middle East? I think, if it ain't, I want to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we've known drones are a threat for a long time. And everyone has been, I told you guys months ago, if you have the drone solution, you can make stupid money from Uncle Sam. And the reality is, Ukraine has been fighting drones by the hundreds, by the thousands for 4 years. They're probably pretty experienced. That's why the U.S. military is so good at warfare. We have like 14 years of peace in our 250-year history.
Would you intercept
The
me?
Halo Master, what is going on, dude?
I'd intercept me.
Love your videos and funny as I never thought I'd be this close to something this big, but being safe in Bahrain. Deployed ATM, hope to re-enlist this month, but plans have been everywhere, and also I am Submariner, so I loved the submarine part of your last video.
The Halo Master, hey man, keep your fucking head down. Good luck, Godspeed. All right, man. Don't give them sons of bitches an inch. Don't give them a fucking inch. No quarter. Like, I have no sympathy for the regime of Iran. And those, God rest their soul, those 6 Americans that we've lost, at least so far, it sucks. It's a very real thing in war. But I think as long as we don't get involved with a ground war, we're going the right direction. But you keep yourself safe, man. You be absolutely fucking safe. I want to see you sometime. I want to meet you. All right? When you get done, you get re-enlisted, come to an unsub show if I'm there, or you see me in passing, bro, I want to meet you. I want to shake your hand, man. I'm not done. ADHD done fun? No, I'm not done yet. ND is North Dakota. You doing another mail call? Yeah, I haven't checked the P.O. box. I've been... Guys, if you knew how busy I've been, I got home day before yesterday. I've been on the computer pretty much the last 2 days taking care of things. Sorry I had the video from today dropped very late on Pepperbox last night. I was trying to get my eyes and mouth to track with that fucking ship. And you guys don't understand how much effort I put into that section of the video. To get it to chroma key and do everything I wanted to do, I'm going to be totally transparent with you. I almost broke down crying sitting here at my computer desk because I thought I just couldn't figure it the fuck out. I almost broke down fucking crying. I was like, I need to get this out. This is good stuff. Everyone wants this. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. And I'm fucking it up. Like, I was so mad at myself, man. I almost broke down. I was right on the edge of breaking down, man. World War II kind of warped the idea of moral high ground in war. And even there, we tend to forget about how Russia behaved and how Finland had to join the Axis to defend themselves. Big facts. Big facts. Green Berets now deployed in Mexico till July. I wouldn't be surprised. They do a lot of stuff in Central and South America. I consider Mexico Central America because it does go down that far, but some people are like, it's North America. To me, anything aside from US and Canada is Central or South America. Because of the cringing at Jumbo Jet, I'm going to share a pic of the P8 with Grandpa and the kid for scale. You'll want it through DMs or Scuttlebutt. Either one, Gamer Valine. I can take a look. I thought it was just huge. Is it not that big? Thanks for answering my question on Patriot and the F-15s. Didn't know tracking like a cruise missile could give the pilots a chance to live. Yes, it's rare. I will say, if those were shot down by Patriot, those are the first pilots that I know of that have survived a Patriot engagement. Every single other one I've ever heard of, including the previous fratricides, were eliminated. And it's really not a good thing to beat your chest about, taking out friendlies, but the system is good at what the system does. So it's an anomaly. Could it have happened? Yes. I will say it kind of, my spidey sense tingled a little bit because like a Patriot missile it's a big interceptor. It's a big interceptor. I've never seen a jet hit by a Patriot interceptor be still in one piece, go into a flat spin and fall. Plus it looked like the one that I saw was hit back by the engines. It's possible. I don't know. I do know that the payload in like an AIM-9 is significantly smaller, and it does, at least some versions, hunt the thermal signature. Now, why the pilots were hit, I don't know. I mean, to me, if their RWR was off or whatever, and you should have been screaming at them, they should have been just farting flares and chaff like no one's business. They could have not done that because they were over friendly skies. I don't know. There's a whole lot to that situation that is just shrouded in mystery that I don't know if we'll ever know. Israel using a laser to take down missiles makes me wonder if America has some hush-hush alien tech in action. So laser air defense is not really a new thing. The Helios on board some of the Arleigh Burke-class destroyers has been around for quite some time. The DEM SHORAD has been used, which is Directed Energy Maneuver Short-Range Air Defense, has been in use in Iraq. It shot down drones. It's been in use apparently on the southern border. Lasers aren't really new. It's just fielding them as an air defense system is kind of a new thing. I'm a bad plane. Tell me I'm a bad plane. Everyone loves it when I break out buff. The kid getting any drones at least? I have heard nothing. No one has said anything about any F-22s, and that's going to be huge news. That's big time news if the F-22s are putting in work. From a tactical perspective, I would be having them run DCA, defensive counter air, but there's only 12 of them over there, last I checked, unless they've sent more. So they can't be everywhere. So a lot of times getting a kill is a crime of opportunity. I bet those Iranians thought they were hot shit in that yak. They were not. They went down like a fat kid on a teeter-totter, son. They wouldn't even stand a fucking chance. And it was done, within visual range. That's the video that we've seen thus far. Yeah, showed that F-18 within visual range. And, I mean, to an untrained pilot, an F-15 might look like an adversary. I mean, that's the only thing I can infer. If you can see them and you're an untrained pilot and never done, like, Armed Forces vehicle identification, it might look like a MiG. Maybe. But that's a stretch. I'm so freaking glad I got an Ethan Long joke. They call him Ethan Long because he's longer than when he dropped a towel on Timmy's head. What the fuck? Thank you. I don't know. Oh, man. Do we still have some World War II depth charges we can just dump on the new reefs for laughs? I think instead of depth charges, they'll use ASROCs, I think is how they're pronounced. ASROCs, anti-sub rockets from surface vessels. Fly out, parachute, drop in the water, torpedo. I don't know if we still use depth charges. I'm not Navy. I haven't heard anyone in the Navy saying, yeah, like this is where we keep our depth charges. I don't know. Is a capable multi-role fighter, but really is just a trainer. Yeah, that's when I was looking into the Yak 130, I was like, it's just a training aircraft. They're coming at some of the most advanced multi-role aircraft on the planet in a trainer. Do they realize they're not fighting Russians? Like, I'm not going to lie, the Yak they're using, the prop plane they're using in Ukraine to shoot down drones, like literally just shooting out of it with an AK, like, that's some gangster shit. Subvet here, love the aside about the torpedoes in your most recent vid. Not a correction per se, but a clarification. It's not the torpedo detonating that breaks the keel, it's the ship's own weight tearing itself apart. Okay. I mean, yeah, that makes sense because you create the void, it would bend, and then the void would collapse and push. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. I mean, you know it better than I do. I'm going to trust you on that one. I'm the missile and air defense guy. Torpedoes, I don't know why the Mark 48 tickled my tism. It may be because I just got to watch it fucking aggressively sodomize an Iranian frigate, which is basically what it did. But it tickled my tism. So I was like, I want to learn about this. Any words on the Russian ship, the Stolky, that was over by Iran? They best keep their distance. If they move into engagement area, collateral damage happens. Wouldn't it be funny if they we're in support of our homies and they brought Iranian sailors on board and then they flagged their vessel as Iranian and immediately got sunk? That would probably be the funniest thing of 2026. I don't know if we could do anything funnier than that. Torpedo's just a water missile? That's fair. Oh, I did a good job explaining it. Thank you. I try to make it easy to digest for people. The left love Edward Bain's big lie propaganda. Ed Bernays, I think is how you say his name. Wilson's PR guy whose skills taught the Goebbels in the 40s. Sadly, they even use it on their own. Dude, the propaganda over there is just wild. Japan is building up their navy and facing an oil shortage. Yeah. All I'm saying is maybe this time if they try to take China, let's not stop them. I mean, that might be a hot take, but it's an enemy of my enemy type thing. And plus, we're cool with them. They gave us anime, Pokemon, fucking weird pixelated pornography. I mean, it's a good time. That's kind of where, how much of an ask would it be to ask 5 straight day video upload? Bro, I want to make, it's like a skit / ad with Jake the lawyer. Where because he was talking about, I was recently on Man vs. Morning. It hasn't come out yet. And he was talking about how I'm on so many exclusives. I was like, can you just imagine there's black screen and then you see a door open and the silhouette of Jake is there and it's like a staircase and he comes down to the basement and I'm chained to the radiator in whitey tidies with a shit stain. I got to have a shit stain. I can put it in there myself or we can do it with marker. I mean, I'm not picky. And then I'm like chained to the radio, and he's like, Ethan, we're attacking Iran. The people want more exclusives. Jake, I haven't slept in 3 days, man. No, you need to do more exclusives, Ethan. The pepperbacks demand it. Like, I think that would be, no, I'm not high again. Can we ship crude oil to Japan from Alaska to help them? I don't know. I know that the U.S. has like stepped in and been like, hey, what can we do for you? Now Venezuela is like, if I don't sell to China, but Japan, yeah. Melt a Snickers? No, I'm going for realism, homeboy. Think about, Ethan, did you really shit your pants? Sure did. Fritz, what do you want? It is not time for the little boy.
Will you tell him about my son?
What about him?
The after show that we watched?
Oh my God.
Please.
Oh my God, guys. Fenn, my son, Mrs. Linecrosser and I have adopted him, but Fenn is our cameraman on Habitually Fat. Fenn has been on a couple other things. He's been on Say Hi to Eli. Fenn is a great kid. He's a phenomenal kid. Bro, if you have Pepperbox, watch the underwhelming after show. I quite literally almost pissed my pants. I was laughing so fucking hard at Fenn. Dude, the things he says in like one part, he's like, oh yeah, my dad worked on elevators, so I guess I didn't really have a lot of guidance as a kid. That's not even correlated, man. Like dude, it's just so damn funny, the shit Fenn says. If you haven't seen the underwhelming podcast when Fenn went on there with Nick and Zach, bro, you need to watch this. It's so good. I was dying. I very rarely watch like my buddies' content. They don't really watch mine either, which is fine. But dude, I watched that and I was dying. I haven't laughed that hard at quite literally any other creator's video in my life. It was funny enough that I had to text Fenn and be like, please never change. Never change. You guys do realize this whole thing is biblical. Can you please elaborate? I'm a way behind in the chat, but so with the hypothetical of Kurds being boots on the ground, is this like when the U.S. armed Saddam? I mean, it depends on how fast it happens. So here's the thing. We've kind of set a precedent in Iran that, well, across the world, you do what we say, which is, it's a little authoritarian, but these guys have been fucking around for a long time. You got to understand. Like the Beirut bombing, the USS Cole, when they hit what was the name of that ship with the sea mine? Like that's, Iran is tied to all of it. So if the Iranians want their country back and the Kurds go in there, the former Shah, and actually one of the things he said is actually really, really good. He said, he's like, I'm not coming back to be the Shah. I'm not coming back to be the king. They want freedom. They want democracy. I am a transitional leader. If he maintains that, that's a big if he maintains that and the Iranian people get their country back and they're able to set up their own government, their own parliament, I think it would be way better than when we put Saddam in charge. I genuinely believe so. And I hope decades of bullshit come and do. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, it's his son. Sorry, not the former Shah, it's his son. You're right. 1979. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was him, the son, or the grandson, but yeah. First time catching your stream. Do you think this is Praying Mantis 2 or just a skirmish or something? What's your opinion? I think it's, how do I word this? It's what GWAT always should have been. Now that may seem kind of strange to some of you guys, but when GWAT kicked off, we had a problem with the Mujahideen for obvious reasons, right? That's the Taliban because of the dude they were harboring, who was actually Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda was also very big in Iraq, okay? Now, Iraq, Saddam, Al-Qaeda, all kind of tied into fucking together, but they used to run to Iran and they used to run to Pakistan. And Pakistan is already beefing with the fucking Taliban, so that part is settled. We've decimated all their proxies in the area, and they're the last big fish. When GWAT happened, global war on terror was kind of an interesting idea because terror doesn't follow boundaries of countries. Realistically, we should have chased them into every single country. And I'm just being totally frank with you. When they ran to Iran, we should have chased them into Iran. When they ran to Pakistan, we should have chased them into Pakistan. I got it. Pakistan's a nuclear capable nation. Whatever. We're just kind of finishing GWAT at this point. That's the way that I look at this. I think the president saw the Fat Electricians video. So I listened to a little voice in my head, clipped Habitual Line Crosser, and sent it to Angry Cop saying, you know what to do. Great. I think European response has been lackluster and concerning. Really UK pathetic. Does not look good for NATO. Yeah, the UK, I mean, it's better than nothing, them maintaining a defensive posture so then we don't have to defend. Like, usually there's always a catch. They're like, hey, you can use our bases, but you have to defend them. And that takes up manpower, resources, tools. But now they're like, you can use our air bases. We'll protect them. You can just do your shit. So it's better than nothing. France sending in the Charles de Gaulle is wild to me. As far as I'm aware, and somebody fucking fact check me, the Charles de Gaulle has never, from what I know, engaged in direct combat. I'm not familiar with any time the Charles de Gaulle did. Like, that's their baby. Like, that's the only, was it Cato Bar, capable aircraft carrier aside from the U.S. ones in NATO. Like, they pulled the carrier? God damn it. Okay, never mind. Because of friendly fire, the F-15 is no longer 0 defeats. I say this is still say it's one of the best planes. I don't know. Like, I'm kind of torn. I feel like on the one hand, we can say that it's 104 and 3, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think fratricide should count. Can we convince the B-52 crew to fly with a giant version of truck nuts on their plane? Look, I still want to put Grandpa Buff on the side of a B-52. Like, I will pay for the nose art. If anyone knows a B-52 crew or crew chief, let me know. I will pay for the nose art. I'll pay for the stencil. I will work with them. We will agree on the design, and I will put it on the side of one plane. I will pay for that to go on the side of one plane. Friendly fire doesn't count. I don't think friendly fire counts. Two different aircraft 104s for a single fighter model. These are Strike E. Fair enough. I have to go. Love your vids and streams. Rewatch your stream later, but keep up what you're doing. Kale Blunderwood, thank you so much for being here. I'm way behind. Are they lasers or just buff shooting crusty ropes?
Listen, ain't nothing crusty about the old man. I still got it, okay, fuckers?
Have a nice stream, Fat Sean Ryan. Thank you. Do I have a voice for the Minuteman 3? Hey, China, hypersonics exist. I mean, if we ever use one, I don't know if I have to worry about videos because we all dying, folks. We all dying. Jake is HLC's exclusivity pimp. He really is. Can we get China, Snowtard, and UK playing Pen is Game and buff commentating? What is this game you want me to talk about?
It's just some stupid game they do in dumb America where they have to yell penis louder and louder until somebody says it.
Well, I don't think that's really fair. Plus, it's so awful to yell penis.
Oh, I see you are afraid, Mr. UK.
I'm not. Penis. There. I've started it. Well, that is all you have to do. Penis.
Oh, that is the best that Russia can do, and the UK. So, penis!
As I'm yelling this, Knox is like getting excited. I don't know what the deal is. I can do better. Penis. Oh God. Oh heavens. It's so awful. There's 1,500 people in here watching this right now. Good God. Oh man. This is his mind with no filter. It really is. It's, here. You know what, Knox? You're whining at me. You still have 10 minutes before Protocol 4, but I'll give you one. Can you maybe speak? Okay. There. I'm going to have to get some more of those. I'm running low. Kid voice.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I'd intercept you. Wait, no, would you intercept me? I'd intercept you.
There we go. That might be a Valentine's Day card next year. Don't want to fall into the possible misinfo reports, but what do you think of the reports of almost empty stockpile? Inaccurate. So, how do I word this? Most Patriot and air defense sites downrange have an armored MSA missile storage area, and there's plenty of them in there. Like it's, bro, I would have to shoot hundreds of missiles to empty that stockpile. Now, are we lower than we were previously? Yes. Absolutely. I will acknowledge that. But as for running out, I don't think so. Plus, oftentimes, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, those companies, they keep kind of like extra stock on hand that's like close to being done. And then they just have to like, oh, you need like 100 missiles tomorrow and you're going to pay for them? Cool. We'll work all night and get the warheads fucking wired in and we'll be fine. So that's it. B Hunt, thank you so much. Well, got censored for talking about 3 add out of what is going on? RTAP 2026. What is RTAP, Kristen? So I listened to Little Voice in my head. Oh, I already read that. HLC, I'm interested in getting into air defense like you. What's the route I should go? I would encourage you to go enlisted and not officer. If you want to be a tactician in the air defense branch. So air defense now goes in kind of undesignated. You become a 14 uniform. And when you get done with basic, they tell you you're a Sierra, or they don't have Sierras anymore. Sorry. You're a Papa, you're a Golf, you're a Hotel, you're an Echo, or you're a Tango. I was an Echo. I was a Patriot air defense. Let me see. Patriot, fire control, enhanced operator maintainer. There you go. But any of those will get you to the 140 kilo slot. So after a few years, you can go ahead and put in a warrant officer packet. And those guys maintain tactics their entire career. Yes, dear. Yeah, there's a lot of them in there. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Are you Stony? Yep. Oh, God. Mrs. Linecross, you want to come in here and talk to people while you're Stony? No. I don't know if you guys heard her. She's like, nope. I would encourage you to go the enlisted way and then end up being a warrant officer. The officer route, nothing against air defense officers, but their path, their career path is so all over the place because you come in as a second lieutenant and then it's like tactics, get in the van, fight, which you think is great, right? And then you make O2, which is first lieutenant. And they're like, get out of the van. You're an executive officer now. Go do property and slideshows and briefings and shit. And you're like, well, what the fuck? What about all these tactics that I learned? Doesn't matter anymore. You're over here now. And then you become an O3. And that's when you're either a commander or you could be a TD, a tactical director. And it's either tactics or now you're a commander and you're dealing with all your shit. And I say shit because like 10% of any unit is just garbage. So that, and as you go up as officer, you spend less time in tactical positions and more time in briefings. And I don't agree with that. I really wish like officers were split and you had like tactician officers and then admin officers. I really wish you were able to split them that way, but they don't. So I would encourage you to go enlisted and then warrant officer. Underwhelming is Zach being a cheap white knockoff of Eli asking Nick to regurgitate his material for yet another show. I mean, I don't think so. I love Zach. Dude, Zach is one of the homies, man. I like Zach and Nick are both homies. Like I'm super cool with both of those guys. Apparently Afghanistan is deploying battalions of S-bombers against Pakistan in the age of droneware. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, they're doing it for the love of the game. I can't even be mad at them. Maybe that's an idea for a skit. For I don't know if you guys ever watched Violent Intern. His name's Aiden. Aiden is hilarious, and he does really good videos. That's like one, like trying to convince a Taliban guy to be a suicide bomber. Like, okay, you're going to take this bomb, you're going to put it on, and sorry, I had to change my accent. You're going to put it on, and you're going to go over there and blow up. Oh, so I'm going to throw it on the ground and blow it up. No, you're going to wear it and blow it up and get 72 virgins. Why don't I put it on this little flying Chinese thing? And then he go over there and he blow up. Oh, no. The drone, it does not get virgins. There is no virgin for drone. There is only virgin for jihadi. I don't like this. What if I want to live? I have shit to do. I have an appointment next week for my elbow. Like I think it would be great. I think it would be hilarious. I think it would be so much fun. Greece protecting Cyprus against Persia as return of the 4th century BC. I mean, I don't think Iran is Persia. Like, not the regime right now. The Persian people are a little different. I didn't. Mr. Kangaroo.
Good Australian morning, HLC. We're currently on flood watch for my part of Australia. I hope you and Mrs. HLC are having a great weekend. Here are a few shekels to take her out to the movies.
Thank you so much, my good sir.
Do you think Russia and China play soggy sow in the dark together?
I don't even know what that is, Don. I don't want to know. I feel like I know what it is because like I've heard of like soggy biscuit and ookie cookie. Oh my God. You Australians, I will say that, I think I understand the limits of the English language, but Australians and Scottish people just have the most outlandish insults. It's so good. It's so phenomenal. January, Venezuela, February, cartel leader, March, Iran, April. I mean, honestly, if I was in charge of Cuba, I'd be like, shit. Like, homie's on the other side of the world. Like, I'm right here, man. Like, damn. That sucks. Like, either him or I feel like North Korea, maybe. That might be a hot take. North Korea has nukes, but maybe? I don't know. Scottish here, you're welcome. South Africans have a slightly better accent. Dude, the Afrikaan, I think is how you say it, accent, I can't do it. I just can't. Dude, I've tried. I have practiced. I cannot do it. So I just saw Franklin hanging out in the Nerds hangar. When I asked him why, he said he only hangs out with experienced fighters and not whiny, thirsty simp planes. Is the kid okay?
It's been a week, man. I'm having a week, bro.
De Gaulle carrier deployed for OEF. However, it just didn't do anything. Not enough range. Fair enough. They're still rocking Eurofighters and stuff, right? I think. I mean, Eurofighters, it's a solid plane. Like, I have no shit against the Eurofighter. It's okay, Mr. HLC. Here's $2 for your meds. I might need them. I'm going to skip them. We had everyone, including P3, P8 training squadron, flying 24 hours over weekends back in 2012 because Iran pulled off the coast of Georgia near a sub base. They have towed the line for a while. Yeah, they've been just... And it's interesting. Iran, I feel like even in this aspect, they were going to go just far enough to not trigger us. But it's a weird thing, right? So, like, here's the find out line, right? We'll just do this like a graph. Here's where you find out. And Iran always like... right here. They're always like right below it. They're like, we're the greatest, we're the strongest, and when I say Iran, I mean the Iranian regime, not the Persian people. They're right there, right below it. And unfortunately for Iran, they didn't realize that somebody else is now in charge, and his line is here. And, good, bad, and different, I do genuinely believe that if, there's a huge if we can take out the Iranian regime and the Persians take their country back, the world and the Middle East will be safer for it. I genuinely believe so. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. It's like Europe will be safer without Russia around. Now, Russia's a long way from being gone, but I do genuinely believe that Europe would be a lot safer without Russia in the picture. And I think the Middle East would be a lot safer without Iran in the picture. South America, I don't know enough about it, man. People are like, well, what about Venezuela? Fucking flip a coin. I have no idea. Because sometimes, like, we're cool with certain countries down there. Sometimes we're not. Like, we're cool with Brazil. Americans can go there, but we know that they still have like a booger sugar problem, but not as bad as Colombia. Colombia likes us, but they were still threatening us. I don't know, man. I don't know the rules. Thoughts on Wile E. Coyote working for the Iranian military? Maybe they promised him 72 fucking Roadrunners. Change the title to 1,500 people watch HLC. The pen is game with himself while denying medical help for multiple personality syndrome. No, I named it Roadside Assistance because got into a wreck like 2 hours ago. We're fine. Somebody should have yielded, and me and this gentleman, neither one of us yielded, and it ended in a collision. He seemed like a nice kid. I met his mom. His mom even checked on us. She was like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, we're fine. We're good." Two dudes with hard heads, and I got his insurance information. I've already reported it. He's got, that's the first time I've ever been in a traffic accident, right? That's the first time I've ever been in a traffic accident. I've never been in one on road, right? Like with another car. I've done some sketchy shit off road. I've hit trees. I've leaned up against rocks. I've crushed oil pans. I've abandoned a truck after I took the license plate off of it. Like I've done some shit. Okay. But my multiple personalities got into a wreck. Rock. Okay, Wolfram, that was one time. We were playing Star Citizen. Me, Wolfram, and Phoenix were in my mole. We were mining, and Ethan was there. And that's not me. He's a different dude. And so he was there, and I'm just blasting through this asteroid belt trying to get to another location, and I didn't pay attention to the enormous asteroid I was closing the distance with at 1,000 meters a second. And yeah, I crashed right into it. Scared the shit out of myself, too, because I did not even see it. Can't get a tree's insurance info? Facts. I mean, but back then it was like I had like an 89 Jeep Cherokee, and then I had a 89 Ford Bronco. The Bronco's the one I abandoned. Eddie Bauer edition. It was nice, man. He had the electric roll down back window. You push a button, it was like, and then it would finally come down. But yeah, it was a good thing. And then I had a 75 Jeep J20, 1975 Dodge Power Wagon. Yeah, the Power Wagon I still got. I turned now. Good luck, everybody else. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Phoenix. Yeah, Wolfram and Phoenix were able to recover their bodies. Mine was embedded in the asteroid. I couldn't recover my body. Yeah. Kristen Kennedy, thank you so much. HLC and everyone, March 31st. Don't forget to tell. Oh, I know. Yeah, everyone. March 31st, you got to tag Geraldo, whatever his name is, Rivera, and remind him that he was kicked out of Iraq for drawing battle plans in the sand and telling the enemy what we were doing. That's a real thing. That is a real thing. Oh, man, I got way behind. SSN 714 is the first sub to sink a ship with an ad cap. Have we verified which sub it is? We've actually verified the sub now? Dude, that's gangster. I'm just hearing about this. I'm gonna do the.
Wow, you're telling me I'm hearing about this for the first time. They're real American heroes.
I gotta work on that impression. Happy Friday. So happy for Brandon. Also love the new shirt. Already ordered one. Good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that one. That one, I really liked that one. I was talking with John on the phone. John's my plug. He's my handler at Bunker. And I was like, John, I want to do this. And this is what I wanted to say. And he goes, cool. What kind of design you want? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, Ethan, you can't, come on, man. Like, you got to know. And I was like, I don't know. And I was in the back seat of Nick's SUV. And Nick was like, just make it a lot like my It's Only a War Crime the First Time shirt. And he made it, and there was nothing behind it. And I was like, we need a missile in there. And I was like, and I started Googling like what we've been throwing. And I was like, Tomahawk. That really captures us because we always send Tomahawks. Bro, do a review of the week, call up Ronnie for some footage. I did. Earlier today, I didn't call up Ronnie, but earlier today I did a video. It's being edited right now. Fen's on it. I reviewed some footage and kind of break things down. So that one will be coming to you guys here soon. It will. My videos are too short for how high the quality is. We need more, damn it. I try and keep them like around the 10 to 15 minute range. Sometimes I go over, but it's rare. I mean, with everything going on, I probably could have made this one even longer. Maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe I'll experiment with it. The Army Training Evaluation Program, RTEP, is a comprehensive system used by the U.S. Army to assess and improve the readiness of its units. I've never heard of RTEP. That might be a new one since I got out, but I have heard of CALL, Center for the Army Lessons Learned. That's a good one. You know, it's a Family Guy bit, right? What's a Family Guy bit? Is it the suicide bomber thing? That might be where I got the idea. I didn't know that. World's just getting crazier and crazier. Now I'm just going to listen to 40K Horus Rising while at work. I need to get the next book. I actually, Rich and his wife, they both have the first Horus Heresy book. And I was like, because she wanted to read it. And I was like, here you go. And he's like, oh, yeah, we'll both read it. And I was like, oh, I didn't know you were interested. He goes, yeah, I mean, it seems kind of cool. Like you guys are kind of like tisming out about it. And I was like, it's a really good book. Like I really enjoyed all of them so far that I've read. Am I going to do a video of the kid getting upgraded? I don't know all the details on it. I know some people, have said some of the upgrades, but I don't think, I might have mentioned it in a video. Oh, the Rafale, sorry, not the Eurofighter. I thought they had Eurofighters too. I could be wrong. Looking at social media, you think Iran was fighting an entirely different war. The amount of completely false stories is insane. Glad we have you. Bro, do you guys see the one that all the boomers are pushing right now? About the painted aircraft? and the picture of the painted aircraft they have, it's a bunch of painted silhouettes of F-4 Phantoms that are like 5 times the size of the hangars they're parked next to. It's insane. Do I think the 180, you mean the 82nd, will touch sand or not? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that would not go well for anyone. I genuinely think so. As for certain 3-letter agencies that start in C and end in A, and other agencies that wear yarmulkes and end in Assad, are probably funneling large amounts of weapons and ammunition into certain groups to take back their country. I wouldn't be surprised. Because they have enough civil unrest. Like I mentioned that 2 videos ago. They have enough civil unrest. They definitely want to take their country back, but they're not armed. Because a disarmed population leaves the government with all the power. Remember that, folks. Never disarm. Okay? We do not disarm. We don't do that. I encourage everyone, not just get firearms. Like, it's cool to have a collection. If you're a collector, that's fine. But train with them. Train with them, man. Like, go to the range. Go shoot them. Clean them. Learn the ins and outs. Take them apart. Put optics on them. Like, train with your weapon systems. It was actually kind of cool because I have like one of my hunting rifles. It's a 308. It's like a FUD gun, like straight up Woodstock, like some fucking weird ass optic that off of Temu or something like that. And we went out and I missed the 1,000-yard target by a couple inches. But I mean, it's a 308, and it was a 6-inch wide, 10-inch tall target. I don't even have the MOA to hit that, but I missed it by about 2 inches. And the dude I was there with, he had like a $3,000 gun, really nice gun. It was a 300 Win Mag, and he hit the target. And then he was spotting for me, and he was like, dude, you're getting really close. And I was like, yeah, I haven't hit it yet, but I'm getting close. And he's like, where are you aiming? Because mine didn't have adjustments on it. And I was like, you see that mountain behind it? He's like, yeah. And I was like, about halfway up that. That was where I was holding at. That was so go train with your weapons.
Would you intercept
Wither? Wither, how you doing, my buddy?
me?
I see I am late to the party. Hello HLC.
Hello, Wither, you beautiful man. How you doing? For Mr. Rue and Dirty Kane, Toad, take his time to learn spell beer. It's not 4 X's from a cockroach. HLC to go to Brissy for the German World War. Oswolf, is that even English? For Mr. Rue, the Dirty Kane Toad, take this time to learn to spell beer. It's not 4 X's from a cockroach. HLC. I think you're telling me to go to Australia, drink beer, and go see a German World War I tank. I think that's what you're asking me. Can I get an Aussie translator? Can't get a tree's insurance info. So Brandon officially won. He won the primary. I mean, he'll probably win the general because like District 23 is very conservative. But they didn't waste any time. They've been attacking him like crazy. If you got an X account and you're seeing what the shit that people are saying to Brandon, dude, it's insane. It's nuts. And it's all stretches. There's some guy on there, you guys are going to get me triggered. Okay. Some fucking useless waste. I think his parents didn't have any kids that lived and they just raised the afterbirth. Okay. Cause that's how just mentally, I want to say handicapped, but that's offensive to handicapped people. Inbred, just dumbass. This guy talked about when Brandon and all them went to the Pentagon and drank White Claws, and they said that White Claws were supposed to represent Jewish people that they were smashing. I'm not making that up. That's what the dude said. Like, I wasn't even like, at that point, I wasn't even mad anymore. I was just like, how? How does that happen? Like, how does your brain go that direction? Like, sure, what do you want translated? That super chat that guy sent in talking about beers with 4 X's. Dude, it's nuts. Please tell me you're joking. Please tell me you're in for that. No, dude, that's the same thought I had. I was like, you ever stare at like a tweet or a text so long and I had to double check, like, am I stoned right now? Like, am I drunk? What is happening? Dude, There's a difference between stupid and schizo. Man, I was so dumbfounded by that. I bet the tweet's still there. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Here, I'm going to read it. Because it's so bad. Okay, there we go. This person said, I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to give them any traction. Mike Johnson endorsed candidate in Texas 23, Brandon Herrera, cosplays as a late 1930s, early 1940s German. Can I say that? I can say Nazi on here. Using a case of White Claws as a prop meant to represent Jewish people in hiding during the Holocaust, then proceeds to violently kill them with machine guns. Bro. You said your beer is as cold as my ex's heart? That's a damn cold beer. I wanted a beer. What? And then another beer. And then a third beer. Oh, I'm sorry. We just formed the Shield of Americas yesterday with 13 plus countries in the Americas and the Caribbean joining to go to war against the cartels. Seriously? When did that happen? How did that miss everything? Yeah, I think admin was bullying. I did see admin in there. I like Aaron. I need to do more work with Aaron. I like him. Given everything going on in the world right now, I recently reinstalled Command & Conquer Generals. It's a good choice. 0-hour expansion, and I'm sorry, but the GLA is still the best faction. Okay, first of all, you wouldn't stand a prayer against me. Here's why. The GLA does not have the pads you can put at the back of your base that just constantly drop money every 2 minutes. I have a wall of them things. I don't do super weapons because I'm here for the smoke, okay? Secondly, your GLA technical trucks are not going to get through my walls of Jericho that I have. I have Patriot systems, which are not ground attack systems, but they are in Command & Conquer Generals. Patriot systems, and in between those Patriot systems far back, I have the artillery, and the artillery has sandbagged 2 rocket guys, 2 machine gun guys. Get through those walls. And then I'm going to come at you with Avengers because the GLA have those little like rocket pod things, and my Avengers just going to smoke all them missiles you got coming at me. You don't stand a prayer. It's the GLA is the... Get out of here. Somebody ban that guy. I'm kidding. Don't ban that guy. SSN 714 certified the ADCAP sank a DDG in the 80s. Oh, okay. That was the test or this one? Central in agency? Oh, yeah. I can see Mama AWACS trying to direct the planes on a mission, but they keep interrupting her. Oh, hang on. Let me get this real quick.
I'd intercept me.
What if I pay you off to win?
No, I'm Team USA all day. I'm Team USA. I could take you with just regular America. I could take you as a laser general. I could take you as an Air Force general. I could take you as I think those are all the generals the U.S. has, because China's the nuke general. I'm Team USA all day, baby. I still haven't even gotten into a story about that pilot that was training adversarial pilots to attack, like how to beat Americans like that. Yeah, that was 100. Wither comes in here and he makes it rain. Wither is now my sugar daddy. That's pretty much what he is. 0-hour Easter egg. 0-hour the kid. I used to love the F-22s. Anyways, I can see Mama AWACS trying to direct the planes on a mission, but they keep interrupting her for preference to the point where she snaps and uses their full names to get back control. Rockwell B1, Northrop B2, and so on. Oh, that's actually kind of funny. That's not a half bad idea. I might do that. It's not a half bad idea. Guess what one of your favorite rifles you own? M1 Garand. Because nothing says I need to cure communism like 8 30-06 shells as fast as you can squeeze the trigger. That's kind of the way I feel about it. France was originally a Eurofighter program, but backed out and developed the Rafale. I don't know how to say that. Command Conquer General 0-hour with an extra expansion hack. Is it? I bet they have mods for those nowadays. I bet they do. I've never really needed... You have an M1 Garand? I've never fired one. I've never... I mean, You guys saw the video of me shooting the BAR, which is, I'm not going to lie, I love. If you ask, like, what is your favorite weapon? Not classification, not pistols, machine guns, anything. What is your favorite gun in history? It is the M2 heavy barrel 50 caliber machine gun. It's lightweight enough, which is a stretch because it's not a light girl. It's lightweight enough to be able to get it like man portable, but it can lay down the hate you need when you need it. It's reliable, it's resilient, it works in cold, it works in hot, it fires better dirty. Like, don't clean her. It's a full solid weapon system. Like, it's just a good weapon system. But when I let loose with that BAR for the first time, which was on video, but it was at one of Demo's ranges. When I went cyclic with the BAR for the first time, the second I finished that magazine, my brain went, this is how we won World War II. It's so, like, it's just good. It's just really, really good. I'm telling you, it's very forward heavy, like it's long and the barrel's kind of heavy, but when you start firing it, it just gets very level and comes straight back into your shoulder. And as long as you got some ass to put behind it, it's a solid gun, man. It's a solid gun. I like the Thompson for aesthetic purposes, and plus everyone should have a Tommy gun in a violin case. It's kind of all over the place. It's hard to be accurate with. In the world of SMGs in World War II, the PPSH takes it all day. I love the PPSH. I love it. It's a phenomenal weapon. I don't like how it ejects. It ejects right out the top. Not a fan of that, but other than that, really good. If I meant him getting an intercept with the kid get if it meant him getting an intercept with the kid get canards and call sign uwu. Everyone knows canards are gay.
Listen, let me put this in perspective for you. There's literally not anything in this world that I would do to get canards. There's nothing. Intercept is not that important to me. I know where I'm at on the totem pole. Canards are gay.
I'm sorry. I don't know if you see these, but Ukraine got the Gripen deal finalized. Them Gripen's gonna gripe some flanker balls. Also, give us a CF-188 and a C-400. Me and my boyfriend love your videos. What is a CF-188? CF is Canadian. I know that, but what is... I'm not familiar with that at all. I gotta check. Sir, am I having a stroke? Probably. My new D&D character's making definitely isn't based on Rich. You got a barbarian. I love Rich. 40K series recommendation. The Gaunt's Ghost series is great. Bunch of good old grunts doing grunt stuff. Think you would enjoy it. I'm down, but I'm kind of elbows deep in the Horus Heresy now. I want to get to, at least when I'm reading the Heresy, I want to get to the Siege of Terra. And I've heard good things about the Siege of Terra. I don't know how good it is, but I'd like to follow that part of the story. All gun laws are unconstitutional. Give nonviolent felons their gun rights back. I don't disagree with you. I really don't. I think people like JD, I think he had some violent felonies in the past. JD had a lot of felonies. But I think like JD, man, I think he should be able to get his gun rights back. I really do. I absolutely believe so. And I do believe... So here's the thing. Hot take maybe. I am okay with, for lack of a better term, gun control. But when I say gun control, I mean processes that keep them out of bad people's hands. So when I say that, 7-day wait period, statistically proven to only decrease suicide. I guess you could say it keeps guns out of bad people's hands, but it doesn't keep guns out of mass shooters' hands. Okay. So gone. Registration. That follows the same logic that if we register cars, DUIs won't happen. It's dumb. Doesn't save anyone's life. High capacity magazine ban. Doesn't save anybody's life. Background checks? I have to do one every single time I buy a firearm. I don't know anyone who hasn't. I mean, unless you get it like gifted from your dad or your grandfather, but you're supposed to go through a background check. Technically, even if you're gifted it from your grandfathers, you should go to an FFL and have an FFL transfer. Like, you should absolutely do that. But gun control is practice and consistency. You're not wrong. Gun control should be being able to put down your target with the first couple rounds. Yo, did you guys see the cops in Houston that put down old boy that like did the mass shooting at the bar? Bro, them cops got fucking stones, man. Dude's got a long gun. You're going in there with pistols and putting him down. Like, damn good job, officers. Damn good job. Like, that was top tier. State your allegiance.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
State your allegiance. For or against the emperor?
I don't know. I like when I started reading the Horus Heresy book, I was like, man, the Emperor really is like just trying to unify humans across the cosmos. And then I got to the second book and I was like, he's kind of an ass. Dude kind of sucks. He knows he's circumstantially like immortal, so if he pulls himself out of the war, he's going to just rule forever. That's kind of a dick move, right? That's stupid. And then I find out like how he like scattered the Primarchs and then like refound them. And I was like, no, dude's bad. And then Horus, I was like, Horus, he leads from the front. He listens to reason. Like he seems like a good dude. And then he got like wounded. And then they put him in that thing for like 7 days or whatever. And he came out and he was changed. And I was like, man, Horus is kind of an asshole now. He doesn't listen to counsel anymore. Why are we doing this? But whoever said in one of my live streams, they were like, everyone in the 40K universe is varying levels of gray. I'm like, that's about true. That's about true. People yelling at me saying heresy. I don't know. As it sits right now, because of how bad Horus has gotten, plus I'm right at the point of the book where it appears that they're going to unleash the virus bombs on the planet. Now I have a big problem with Horus, and now I'm kind of pro Emperor. I'm kind of pro Emperor at this point, but it just, so I don't know, man. Call that moron an X Armstrong, because he got that logic that goes beyond just a stretch. oh no, I'm behind. Did I miss a super chat? I'm sorry. I'm scrolling up as far as it'll let me go. That person trying to insult, banter me via super chats did such a poor job. I'm genuinely embarrassed for them, their parents that ended up with such a disappointment. What is going on, Mr. Kangaroo? Smithy Ethan, thank you so much. I think you missed my super chat. I'll repost below. I'm sorry. The legacy. I'm trying to stay on top of it. The White Claw thing with Brandon Herrera did happen, but it's from when he was showcasing the MP40 on his channel. It's satires because German World War II sub. People take anything out of context. Oh, I knew they were going to immediately go to Hall. They probably been arming themselves for a while now. HLC, a tip for Brandon: if he wins the House seat, try to go zero with him and treat him as a man in a suit until he shows he won't just take the money in a year and run away with it. So when I talked to Brandon about him going up there, I was like, do you own any stocks? He goes, no, I'll be the only congressman in U.S. Congress who doesn't own stock. That's respectable. That is absolutely respectable. He has a lot of the same problems with individuals that I do. He also, I will say, he's been approached by groups that want to fund his campaign, and he has told them no. So I really think he has his head in the right spot. I think so. I hope so. Didn't they ban stock trading for people in Congress? No, they tried to, but I think that we can do it better. I really do. Check this out, right? We shouldn't ban that because you can't take away money from people. You can't, right? You shouldn't ban stock trading for them. Stay with me. If you are a sitting member in the U.S. government, this goes for mayors, governors, congressmen, senators, fucking president, vice president, anyone in government power, all of your stock trades should have to be done in a blind trust. Meaning, if you want to own stocks, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You take all the money you want in stocks and you put it into a trust, and you have no control over what is traded when it is traded. You have zero control over it. That trust runs your stock portfolio. And if you call them and say, buy this right now, it is a breach of your fucking ethics as a politician in the United States, and you're immediately removed from office. I think that's the way we should do it. Can't take away their money. Should all be in blind trusts. Managed by wealth management companies. Stiefel, I almost said Hewlett Packard. There's a couple of them out there. Vehicles are just ground missiles. They're not trying hard enough. Dude, I'm hoping he makes it a shirt. But Jake, when I was on Man vs. Morning, I really want him to make it a shirt. Because I was talking about all the Iranian speedboats that they were like beating their chest about. Like, we have 1,000 speedboats. We are so powerful. And they like put machine guns on them and fucking rockets and shit. And he's like, you mean the water Hilux? Bro, I almost pissed my fucking pants when he said water Hilux. He needs to make a shirt with just Iranian weapon systems on it. Name it like air defense Hilux, water Hilux, fucking ground Hilux, missile Hilux. I think, bro, it's so good. It's so good. YouTube crashed on me when I started talking about Brandon not being corrupt. I don't think he is, man. I really don't. Water Hilux goes hard. I like it. Mr. Kangaroo in Flood are, I guessed Queensland. Queenslanders are known as cane toads and have beer that is 4X. I'm in Sydney, New South Wales, known as cockroaches in the state of origin football game. Y'all like, you know, there's so much lore in Australia. I just can't even keep up with all of it. Are there any April Fool's plans, and why is a country balls dub? Why is it a country balls dub? What? Like, oh my gosh, weather again.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Dominus Nox is all I can say is about my allegiance to the Emperor.
I choose heresy. I'm just kidding. I haven't chosen anything. I don't know whose team I'm on, man. What is up, HLC? Is the kid pissed about not getting an intercept? Did you not see my last video? It's okay if you didn't, weather boy. It's okay if you didn't, but my last video, kid not happy about it. Did I see Senator Lee national no permit bill? Yes, which I am all for. Nationwide reciprocity needs to be a thing. Well, that's not nationwide reciprocity. That's just constitutional carry, which I think is great. Statistically speaking, right? I like numbers. Statistically speaking, places that have looser gun laws have lower crime rates. They have lower violent crime rates. Now, stay with me here. There is an anomaly. There's a state that's an anomaly that I pay very, very close attention to. It's called Arizona. Arizona has very loose gun laws. Very, very loose, which I'm all here for. Arizona has very loose gun laws. Phoenix has a shit ton of violent gun crime. Everywhere else, not so much. So it's a really weird paradigm that Arizona has going on. So I'm still reading through Supers, Pyro. I'm a little behind. Replace the F in ATF with a system to apply to have your rights restored after hearing like AA and other things like that. Revoke reinstate driver's license. I like that. Alcohol, tobacco, and freedom. He didn't scatter them. The word bears did? The word bears. What are we talking about, Zach? Which horror series do you recommend? I'm getting lost trying to figure out where to start, and quality is all over the place. The first book in the Horus Heresy, that's exactly where I would start. It's what is the first book? I don't know it off the top of my head. I think False Gods is book 2. I think it's Horus Rising is the first one. Yeah. Horus Rising, False Gods. Yeah, let's start with the first one. HLC for Arizona Congressman 2018. Don't 2018 mean 2028? But yes. Oh, yes, it's Horus Rising. Thank you. Background checks should be once like TSA pre-check, but deep and thorough. Once you have it, you can sell, transfer to anyone else who does too. Yeah. Okay. Stay with me, Windwalker. I'm willing to have a differing of opinions, right? I'm not disagreeing with you, like outright, but people change throughout the years. There are individuals that are perfectly fine, safe, legal gun owners, and then they start having like alcohol or domestic violence issues. So, I mean, I'm okay with that one and done. Aside from logistically trying to support like monitoring of those individuals, how do we manage that? Because like people change, and if somebody changes, if they commit a felony, that's an easy way, right? But like that's kind of waiting till after the fact. How would we go about doing that? Long live Grandpa Buff.
I ain't never fucking dying.
No monitoring. Okay. Stop going down these routes. I know. This is the thing. I don't have the answer for stopping gun violence 100%. I don't. I've told people that before. I don't have the answer for immigration because there's no way to change the immigration policy without adversely affecting good people and positively affecting bad people, or vice versa. Wolfram, you don't get to tell me to stop. You're Canadian. You don't have guns. Logistics is the biggest problem. Your mod team begs you, please stop. I don't know, man. I don't know what the solution looks like. So, one of my best friends, but Basil, is a friend of Bonvi. I know Basil. Told me a story about you running bearskin. That was my second Article 15. That was my second Article 15. All my guys hate Erebus. I hate him too. That guy started the most shit. So we were in the field. I was in 3-2. I was a staff sergeant at the time, and I got in trouble. I was the battery trainer. I was working crazy hours, and it was raining. It was just miserable, and morale was low, and I wanted to raise morale. So I told the guys, go get the commander and first sergeant and tell them there's a flash flood, which happens in Oklahoma. It does. It happens. Let's let this play through. I'll finish the story in a second.
I'd intercept me.
I must get going. Please give your mods a raise.
0 plus 0 equals 0. They got a raise. There you go. That made me sound like such an asshole. I'm sorry. I send them some merch every once in a while. Here's what my USF, but here's Army blah, 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 Army blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyways. So we're in the field. We're at this FTX. It was our Table 8, which is like the big checkout event. You have to pass Table 8. You're stuck in the field until you pass, which you would think is like, hey, let's just make it easy for everybody to pass. No, they're assholes because they get to go back. We don't. Let's let this one play.
Would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
This is my last super chat, HLC, I promise. I just wanted to say if anyone who is watching the stream is a part of the Discord server and wants to learn about 40k, they are welcome to ping me in Scuttlebutt, and I'll help them the best I can.
All right, sounds good to me, Mr. Kangaroo. Thank you so much for being here, my dude. I really appreciate that. Wolfram, you didn't get merch because Canadian fucking mail sucks. I gotta send you some more. I gotta take care of it myself. I remind me of that. I forgot. So I was in the field. It was pouring rain. I told him go get the commander and first sergeant and tell him there's a flash flood. Now I will say this: my commander and first sergeant, they found it hilarious. Other people didn't. So here is, they come around the side of the Hemet. There's like, hey, there's a flash flood. There's a flash flood. And then boom, they come around the side of the Hemet. And here is Staff Sergeant Long. Pants around my knees. I think I had a shirt. Did I have a shirt on? I can't remember if I had a shirt on. But pants around my knees. I was kind of cupping my junk in front because I didn't want to release everything. I just, you can see my ass. It's not a big deal. And I went running across the field going, woo! Like that was, they thought it was hilarious. Someone took a video of it. And then I posted it because I thought it was hilarious. Well, my female brigade sergeant major did not find it funny. And my buddy, who was the sexual assault response coordinator, called me about a couple weeks later and was like, Ethan, you screwed up. I was like, yeah. He goes, bro, do you have any idea how hard it is to keep a straight face in a meeting with all the brass? And here's a video of Sergeant Long running butt naked across a field. I was like, yeah. So is it sharp? He goes, no one said they were offended. So it's just misconduct. And I was like, okay. And then the investigating officer, some poor little lieutenant came to me and I could have like fought it and tried, but I didn't care. Like I owned up to it immediately. And he's going through the evidence with me and like trying to get a sworn statement. And like, I see it and there's a screenshot of literally my white naked ass in the middle of the video. And I have a dent in my left ass cheek in case you guys didn't know. So it's pretty easy to discern what is my ass and what isn't my ass. And yeah, they ended up giving me a field grade Article 15. But Colonel Camacho did suspend everything except for the 45 days of extra duty. And I didn't even do the whole 45 days of extra duty because we were still in the field. And I was working longer hours than extra duty. So like, I didn't even have to report. It's like, I'm still working. They're like, well, you're supposed to be here at 1800. Here's my commander. I'm still working. Like if you get off at 1700, then you go do the extra duty. But yeah. Where did the dent come from? Zipline accident when I was a kid. I'm not making it up. We tried to make a homemade zipline. after watching the movie Waterworld, and I was the first one to try it, and I took a 25, 30-foot fall onto the lid of our septic tank, and it caved in my left ass cheek. It's not a small dent. It's a big dent. If you came to the live shows, you saw it. First thing I hear is my ass when I join. Am I going to keep... I should close down Discord. I'm sorry. Where's the Discord button? There it is. Boom. Okay. You missed the chance to fire back at Beans on Falafel about the sub kill when HMS Conqueror sank the Belgrano in the Falklands War outside the exclusion zone. In the words of Emperor Paradox, not mad, just disappointed. Weapons, why are you sending me stuff? Oh yeah, you're sending me that. Thank you. In the words, sorry. I didn't even know about that. Look, I don't know everything about everything, guys. My thing is missiles. So like when it got to sub war, and they said like it's the first time since World War II that we did, I believe them. I absolutely believe them. The video was hilarious. Thank you so much. Book recommendation: Memoir of a Revolutionary Soldier by Joseph Plum Martin. Served 1776 to 1783. Infantry and engineers. No decorations or hero stuff, but he's a founding member of the E4 Mafia. The dude sounds dope. Nick is working on a new one right now. Apparently, he found the most decorated soldier of World War II, which you would think is Audie Murphy. I was incorrect on that. So he's working on something for that. He had like, we were all sitting there just joking around, and it's a quote from fucking John Wick, but Nick is a man of profound conviction. He is a man of sheer focus. Like, you gotta understand, when Nick goes to a restaurant and eats food, if it's good, he never orders anything different at that restaurant. When you go to Nick's house, he has like one flavor of energy drink in his fridge because that is all he drinks. He met his wife when they were like 16, and he's like, that's the one. That's the one I want. And he never deviated from that. He is just profound focus. It is insane. Congrats to Brandon. We got another Purple Heart vet in office. Don't say that too loud, man. Somebody might pop in here and be like, Brandon's stolen valor. It's forced valor. The World Bearers are a legion of Astartes. I personally like the World Eaters because their war effort is very no bullshit. It's very simple. There's no morality to it. It is strictly kill until you get capitulation. That's it. And then when they're upset, sometimes they murder prisoners, and it happens. You know, when the guy in charge, when the Primarch in charge can't literally, it hurts him to feel anything other than anger. That's fair. Space Wolves is my chosen chapter. Is that different than the Luna Wolves? Because the Luna Wolves turned into the Sons of Horus. So Space Wolves, I'm assuming, is something else. Is it accurate to say air defense is like trying to catch a baseball with a net and a flashlight in a dark field? Kinda. The way it is like baseball. It really is like baseball. That's not a bad analogy. I like the flashlight part, right? Like playing with the lights off, but you have a flashlight, because that flashlight is your radar. So that's the only way you're going to pick something up. But I would say more like the guy at home plate, the batter, with a flashlight and it's pitch black. I think that's probably the best way to say it. Leave Phoenix alone about our carry. We've experienced an influx of California people, or California or Canada people, maybe Cali. They brought many people in to lurk at stoplights and gas stations. Oh, no. Oh, no. Will you update my U.S. versus Iran video later on? I should just, stitch it or, clip it. We're talking about the U.S. versus Iran, and it's over. That's it. 40K wolf furries. I don't know, man. The thing that I do like about 40K is it is a universe of extremophiles. Everything is like, how extreme is the next thing? Because when you're talking about Titans. It's a self-maintaining and mostly repairing entity that walks across the battlefield that's like 60 stories tall and full of guns and has an onboard shield. Like, and they're old. They're old, man. These things are thousands, tens of thousands of years old. It's wild, man. It's crazy. Black Templars 1, Salamander 2. I haven't ran into the Salamanders while I've been reading the Horus Heresy, but from what I hear, the Salamanders are like chaotic good. Like they try and do as much as they can for humans. I guess they're more like lawful good. Iron Within, Iron Without. Yeah, it's crazy. Like the 40K, that is really cool about the 40K universe, because you're like, you hear about like Astartes and you hear about Primarchs, and it's like, dude, how could anything ever hurt them? And then they do get hurt. It's wild. It's so strange.
Would you intercept me?
Hawaiian War?
I'd intercept me.
The kid got put horns on. Also aloha from Hawaii. Much love, Grandpa Buff forever.
The kid got put horns on. Where's Knox going? Oh, well, thank you so much for being here. And
Grandpa Buff loves you too. How good are them hands? What do them hands do there, buddy?
I'm sorry. Am I Alfarius? The fuck did you call me? You want some of this? I don't even know what that means, man. I'm sorry. I'm not huge into the lore. I'm learning right now. Like it's so much deeper than I thought. Like I genuinely, there's nothing I can compare it to. There's quite literally nothing in any like lore that you could ever compare it to. And people are like, yeah, well, what about Star Wars? Dude, Star Wars is a drop in the bucket compared to fucking 40K. Like it's wild. The entire Star Wars, like all 9 movies, I think we talked about it in one of my lives, is like 70 years or something. Dude, 40K measures shit in thousands of years. It's so wild, man. Like Halo is not that deep. I mean, it is deep enough. Like you hear about the Spartan program and like kind of how all they came to be. And I read The Fall of Reach. Like it's just, yeah, I'm new. I'm very, very new. I'm very, very new. Where Grandpa Buff?
I'm never very far away. Just listen for the screeching sounds of my nutsack on Russian aircraft.
I'm sorry. Battletech lore is as big as 40K? I've never even heard of Battletech. I'm not talking shit. I just don't know. Dune length of time? Is that real? I'm not being a smartass. Like, is Dune really that deep? I figure Dune is like a 40-year period. That's crazy. 40K is deeper than Iran's bunkers. It really is. I think Assassin's Creed lore might have something comparable to 40K, but not the extent of the Expanse. Yeah, no, I mean, Assassin's Creed does last a long time. I really do like the Assassin's Creed games. They're a lot of fun. But would I eat Japanese raw chicken? Nope, never eaten raw chicken. Dunes in tens of thousands of years. Really? I had no idea. I've never read any of the Dune books. I did play Emperor Battle for Dune once upon a time. I really wish they put it on Steam, because I could download it from some sketchy ass websites. I don't really trust them. I really want it on Steam. The ground war is beginning with the Kurds invading Iran from the Iraqi border. I know they were talking about it. They actually doing it now? Ooh. Can you, I mean, honestly, that's not a half bad plan, because like we can stay in the air. We can stay supporting them. If they run into resistance, we eliminate the resistance. They keep moving through. Like that's actually not a half bad plan. Provided the Kurds, and I'm not talking any shit. I don't know a whole lot about them, provided that they actually have a spine. Because every time we worked with the Afghans, they didn't have a spine. They ran away. Now, just the way it is. They ran away every single time. They were afraid of everything. So, but apparently this fight with Iran is costing like $850 or $950 million a day. I don't know how true that is. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, you saw the volleys of Tomahawk missiles. Do you have any idea how much it costs like per hour to fly an F-35? I think I remember reading it's like $80,000 a flight hour. I could be incorrect on that. I'm sure Weapons knows. And And that's just one F-35, and we have a lot of them over there. And F-15s, they cost a good chunk of change to fly. Like I wouldn't be surprised. $850 to $950 million a day, at least in the opening days. The amount of ordnance we've dropped, the amount of flight hours, fuel, maintenance, like it's honestly $850 to $950 million a day. That's pretty conservative. I'm not talking shit. Like that's a pretty conservative estimate. We must be using the low budget shit. HLC, the ground war. Oh yeah, I read that one. Lord of the Rings. Someone said Lord of the Rings closest, but even that, I don't know, man. Lord of the Rings, like, there's a lot that happens in Lord of the Rings, but I think it's only like maybe a 200-year span. Like from when was it Sauron or whatever? Like seized power, and then he was eliminated, and the whole Smaug thing, and the dwarfs, and like all that other shit. And well, I don't know. I think the war between the elves and the dwarfs, wasn't that like a few hundred years? I don't know. Hey man, I was just wondering whatever happened to the animated characters on your videos. Only remember one video with them I thought was pretty cool. I appreciate that. I do want to go down that road again when I have time. I'm interested in doing that again. It was just, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. I think it was too different for what people were looking for. And there was like, the audio quality wasn't great. So like, I got to refine what I do a little bit and get a really good, like animator. And I think we would be good. I'm not opposed to it. I do want to revisit that, but I want to refine it. I think I rushed the whole project. That was kind of a me problem. So that's fair. 25,000 year jump from book 3 to 4. Damn. Weapons asked me, have you not read the Dune books? No, I haven't read the Dune books. You know how slow I read? Once, I'm just kidding. I burned through. I don't know. I don't even know. How do you test how many words a minute you read? $5 for the kid. He's in the hangar listening to Kanye after yesterday, and not the old Kanye. Bum, bum, bum. I wonder if I'm going to get shut down just for that. Oh, man. Oh, it's only 7 books of Dune by Frank Herbert. That's mandatory reading. Okay. I can start reading it. The first 3 Dune books like normal, and then the book takes place like 3,000 years later, and then there's even another time jump later in the series. Damn. Did Grandpa Buff get bacon grease for the last vid?
I mean, realistically, it's the middle of the desert. It's kind of hard to come by. Those the brown people, I'll just go ahead and say it. They don't really like bacon very much. But when it comes to lubrication, you can use spit in a pinch.
Oh God. Oh, he's sentient. He's sentient at this point. Brent will be governor of Texas by the time HLC finishes the Dune books. Probably. Cappy's reaction on his video when his ship was launching a volley was gold. Dude, there's so much hate. Like, I give a lot of shit to the Navy. Like, everyone gives shit to the Navy, right? Like, everyone gives shit to the Navy, but I'm regularly impressed by their capability. And I hope it's a mutual thing. I really do. Like, when you see just a bunch of grunts rush in, like, doing their job, or when they look in air defenders or helping protect their ports, I hope it's a mutual thing. Like, yes, we love to give each other a hard time, but I hope, like, we're regularly impressed with each other's capabilities. As usual, last video, thank you so much, man. I need therapy? Probably. Sorry I'm late. Professor Aeroshaft, does someone have notes for me? I'm sorry I'm late to class. So I don't know how I ended up being Professor Aeroshaft, but yeah, you missed a lot of things. Knox was talking about his run for mayor. There was the Ayatollah was here in spirit. He basically just said, so I fucked up. And then he left. And then let me see. I got a call from the president. He's like,
I love your videos. They're so funny. They're probably the greatest videos on YouTube.
yeah, it was great. I don't know. Arrow shaft. I'm going to keep that little gem. Oh, great. 40K, when everything's overpowered and nothing is, somehow the regular men and women of the Imperial Guard still come out on top. It's really strange like that, right? Like and there was a meme I saw before I started reading the books, and it was like, you call for reinforcements. And it was like the, what is it? It was the picture of the guy like getting more and more worried. And it's like, they send a Space Marine, and he's like, yeah, whatever. It's like, they send a Astartes, and this guy's like a little more worried. And it's like, they send a whole Legion, and the dude's just like, and now that makes a lot of sense. If you're sending a whole Legion, it's not good. Things are not going according to plan. I read that one. If I had access to War Dogs beta, you'd be Team USA? I don't know what War Dogs is. Is it a RTS? I'd probably be USA. Aside from like, I do appreciate other people's weaponry, but I'm a very much USA supremacist. Yeah, I'm gonna say that now. Probably in 10 years, I'll get banned for saying something like that. No country is superior to other ones. Yeah, all the ones that have their flag on the moon. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. HLC's a towel lover. Wait, did the president actually comment on one of your... No, he didn't. I'm just being a smartass. Every time someone goes, hey, I'm late, what did I miss? I always just make some shit up. Assassin's Creed is my favorite game series. First ever played on 360. Couldn't get past jumping out of the tower in Assassin's Creed 1. Didn't touch it for 6 months. Came back and beat it. Played every one since. I really loved Assassin's Creed. So Assassin's Creed 1 kind of irritated me. It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was a good game. But why couldn't he swim? Like that bothered me so much. And then Assassin's Creed 3 was fun because you're in the Revolutionary War. So it was kind of the first time like you got like guns. And then Assassin's Creed 4, I think, is probably S tier Assassin's Creed. I haven't played, what was the new one? Assassin's Creed Valhalla? I didn't play that one. And then I think they have a new one now during like the Spanish Inquisition or something. Thank you, brother, for your service. Thank you for your support. I'm your Lord of the Rings guy. The whole history of Middle-earth covers roughly 10 to 12,000 years. Lord of the Rings is just a part of it. I stand corrected. Star Wars Galaxy has history stretching out 24,000 years. So, not all of it is a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Some of it is more recent in a galaxy far, far away. The RAF Yak from now on should be known as the 72 Virgin Express. I hope he gets a MiG. I hope he gets a Su. Someone's saying there were Su-34s in the air, but that was an unconfirmed report. I don't know how true that was. Eric Venot, thank you so much. If I look at how much we're spending in Iran, given we're preventing an unstable addition to the nuclear club, why are people bitching over the $4 billion spent in Iran? I have, it may be a hot take. I do also believe that it is unrealistic take. This is the thing. There are some out there that believe like this is Israel's war, which an argument can be made either way. Whatever. My counter. Okay? Check this out. Stay with me. We give, on paper, $3 billion a year to Israel. What is this for? Defense of Israel from who? Iran and their proxies. If Iran is no longer a threat, we should not be required to give them $3 billion a year. That seems logical to me. It'll never happen, but it's logical to me. Starfield versus Star Citizen. Star Citizen all day, 1,000 times over. Even with all the fucking jacked up glitches and issues. Starfield, I was so looking forward to doing what I do on Star Citizen on Starfield, and it's basically just a loading screen fucking simulator. I hate it. I hate it so much. Someone just said based. That's not the way that works. They'll get four. I know it's wishful thinking, but like to me that sounds like a logical step. But Starfield is just Skyrim and it kind of is, yeah. Evening, thought you'd like to know that a 650-pound warhead is the equivalent of over 1,250 pounds of... Do you mean TNT? Or Titans? Of Titans? 1,200? I think he meant TNT. That's a big goddamn warhead. Black Flag is my favorite, followed by Syndicate. I love Black Flag. And all my brain hears is,
would you intercept me? I'd intercept me.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag. That's what I said. Oh, what a time to have dyslexia. Oh, and probably autism. Look, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Leave me alone, okay? Someone asked, how can a Patriot system lock onto an American fighter jet? So here's the thing. When it comes to air defense, guarding the skies is like, I didn't put the G on the end. I just said, yeah. Anyways, what's your take on the bombing paintings that's all over X? I think it's absolute horseshit. So working in air defense is a lot like trying to figure out who is in a room when the room is completely blacked out just by their smell and their sound. Okay. It's a very difficult thing to do. You look at all the data of that track coming in, away, across, however, which way it's moving, and you pay very, very intimate, close attention to those details because they will tell you a lot of stuff. Now, this is before you IFF it. We'll finish this in a second.
I'd intercept me.
Hello again, was curious if you have though about making your logo into a patch, and where can I find more information on the mail call thing? Had to leave for a bit and think I missed it. Also, what was your favorite thing about being in the military?
That's a great question. Let me finish this and then I'll answer that. That's actually a really good question. So when someone is flying in your airspace, they're supposed to have an IFF transponder. Now, there are secret codes and there are non-secret codes. Non-secret codes are the ones that civilians use. And it's published in an ATO, in an air tasking order, and civilian airliners, they usually put their tail number in the IFF mode codes, and they follow what we call air corridors. They're like highways in the sky. They have a direction. Sometimes they're multi-direction. They have an elevation they're supposed to be at. They have a speed they're supposed to move at. These are requirements, right, to control an airspace. Now, if something is outside of that, you have to first IFF it, and you hit it with your IFF. This is what Americans do, not Kuwaitis, okay? You IFF it. And if you're an American jet and you're going in for a bombing run, most of the time you have your transponder turned off. Okay. Now there is certain codes that only America has, not even our allies, that can kick those back on in a pinch. Some of the newer models, not all of them. Okay. So you IFF it. It comes back. It's basically like, hey, who are you? And it goes, hey, I'm Steve. And you're like, oh, I know Steve. Steve is right here. He's supposed to be there. Steve's fine. Cool. Or, hey, I'm Steve. Who the fuck is Steve? If the Kuwaitis don't know who Steve is. So to them, it's just an object flying in the air that their radar system is tracking. If they didn't go through all the protocols, they didn't verify any outside sources, it's not flying the way it's supposed to, they could have fired at it. Now, the way that the friendly aircraft were shot down in OIF-1 in 2003 is part of the reason. Operators trusted their system blindly. They said the system's smarter than you. It's not. Because you put in criteria of what that system should be looking for, and it will sometimes pre-classify things. So I even talked to one of the pilots of the system of an F-14 that night, and he said they would dive towards the airfield. Well, when you dive towards an airfield, depending on how fast you're moving, sometimes you're moving a lot like a missile. And that's how we shot them down. As for the Kuwaitis, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah. That's the best I can do for you. So, curious if you ever thought about making my logo into a patch. I have. It's very intricate and small. I got to kind of, like, so if you look up right there, like getting the words OEF Afghanistan veteran is easy, but like the intricate little parts, not as easy. So, I've thought about making it a patch. Mail call thing, if you go to habituallinecrosser.com, my P.O. box is right at the top. I pick it up periodically. And I do a mail call whenever there's just a few packages here. What was my favorite thing about being in the military? The people. But it was also my least favorite thing about being in the military. That's just the way the military works. Your favorite thing is going to be the people. The least favorite thing is going to be the people. Because they are both the best and worst part of being in the military. I hope that was able to help you out there. Assassin's Creed 1 teaches you patience. 2 teaches you respect the kills. 3 teaches you no matter where they are, they will always be assassins. 4 shows no person is the key to Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I really did like 4, man. 4 was just good. It was just all around. It was a good, solid game. Watching the stream, driving through a blizzard. Look out for that tree, George of the Jungle. I don't know. I'm going to finish these up, and then we're probably going to be calling it a night, folks. By the way, if you convert Valyrian years into regular years in Lord of the Rings, it covers around 54,000 years, plus the time before Annandale, creation of the universe. Damn, I didn't know Lord of the Rings was that deep. I knew it was deep. I just didn't know it was that deep. Ever thought of doing a historic video in your current format as in current event centered, but using older planes pieces? I do that over on Pepperbox. There's a channel called HLC State of Mind, where I do all of my same characters and some new characters, many new characters. And we talk about history, things that have happened in history. The time Buff was shot in the ass by an F-4 Phantom. The time that a drone got loose and they burned down part of, it was California. The Battle of, I think it was Palmdale. I've done a whole bunch of videos like that. Yeah, it's all there. How fun was it researching that Mark 48? I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Thanks, everyone. I love these Friday nights. My Lord of the Rings tism knows no bounds. I can tell, my man. So thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it. I love spending time with you guys every Friday night. We'll be here again next Friday night. I will see you all then. Until then, take care of one another. I care about you guys. I love y'all. Don't do the enemy any fucking favors. All right? I'll see you guys next Friday. Later.